Welcome back to another episode of Rage Baiting with Spider-Man. In the last episode, I asked you guys for 800 likes, and if we reach that, I would buy the Symbiote Spider-Man skin and emote after every elimination, and you guys literally gave me double. So today we have two crazy games of rage baiting and emoting after every single kill. So if you enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more like these, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But jumping into game number one, our main target here was pretty much going for Luna. I don't know what made me pick her, but I just felt that Luna would be a perfect person to try this out on. And also obviously Rocket, he's hiding behind Penny's mines and all that, and then they also had the 3 healer comp. It made it a little more difficult, so I felt that Luna was probably the only one that I could really go for and target. After the first failed attempt, I came back, I was able to get her. She typed in the chat and she said, "Spidey, there's 5 other players in the game," so she already knows what's up. And then after I eliminated her, I had to hit that emo on her, and I couldn't really do it when the other teammates were around, so I had to wait until I got her here alone, and I was able to do that. Now, for those of you guys wondering, do they actually see these emotes when I do them? Look at the screen, you can see perfectly clearly. I waited for her to come out a second time. There was no one here to bother us, so yet again, she did try to do the clap. That's pretty overpowered, but I was still able to get her, and I had to hit her with that emote yet again. Now, I do have my ult, but I felt that it wasn't time to use my ult on her just yet. Waited for her yet again a third time. Now he made the switch and he went to Mr. Fantastic. I usually avoid a Mr. Fantastic when I see one because they're basically a tank. They have so much HP, they can get the shield, and yeah, see, I failed completely. It was all good because he went back and he switched to Luna. So that was his strategy. If he couldn't get out the spawn, he was going to make the switch to Luna. I thought it was over with in terms of rage baiting him, so I was going to pick someone else. And I went for Adam Warlock. I even tried to emote in the middle of the fight, but I had to run away. Now, as soon as I pulled up the leaderboard, I noticed that Luna is back in the field. And I was like, wait a minute, there she is again. I'm going to go back and go for her. Now, at this point, we were already capturing the objective and the team was regrouping, so I wasn't really able to do much. And Wolverine was right there sort of protecting and peeling for her, so it was all good. We were going to wait and find another opportunity. Now, she changed her strategy up. She decided to sit inside of Penny's mines, and that is a good strategy, so I sort of had to play like hot potato or the floor is lava type of challenge. Couldn't touch the floor, and it made it a lot more difficult. And I tried to stay up high, but then I came back down to sort of fight her and pull myself towards her, but it wasn't enough and I was eliminated. After a couple of failed attempts, I finally was able to get myself near her again, and I tried to go for the elimination. She was yet again just sitting back. I almost got my ult, so I wanted to fall back until I ended up getting it. I saw her, I eliminated her. I didn't even need the ult in this case, and you see here from her POV, she's trying to heal, help out the team, and then as soon as I was able to eliminate her here, I had to hit that emote for the one time. Now, as soon as I started hitting it, the thing, I guess he may have saw it, may have heard it, I don't know, it irritated him, and he turned around, left the point, and came back towards me because I guess maybe the Luna may have calmed. I don't know. I solo ulted her, and you can see him flying in to rescue her. I also wanted to hit him with the emote just for the one time, and yeah, just now I have to fall back and get away and pretty much reset. And it also helped my team get the point because their tank for some reason was more interested in me than helping, I guess, defend the point. But anyways, I saw her and then I went directly for her again. Emma was helping me jump her now, and I was able to get the elimination. Wolverine came to peel for her, but guess what? We gotta hit that emo, and she just came in clutch, saved me, grabbed this guy by the throat and threw him aside. His POV looked hilarious, so he's coming in, he thinks he's gonna eliminate me, and Emma, my bodyguard, grabbed him and threw him and let me complete my emote. It looks like the team has also made some adjustments. I was able to push Luna back, but a Namor has now spawned in, and I didn't care because I'm just going for Luna this entire time. I tried to get her one more time, and I was able to before she got protection. Had the emote as well, right in front of the Loki as well as the Rocket, so they still had that 3 healer going on. Unfortunately, it didn't look like she saw it from her POV, but then we are back at it again. Just wanted to make sure that this Luna knew that I was going for her, and I was gonna make sure that I get that elimination and that emote alongside that right after. And there was no one to disturb me this time to cut the emote off early. And look at that, she just got a face full of Spidey emote. So Then following that, I also noticed that the Namor, he wanted to pull out Namor to try and counter me, so I had to let him know that it's not enough, and I hit him with an emo as well. Now at this point, we're in endgame. I still wanted to irritate the Luna, make sure she fell back and she's sitting behind the cover of her barrier. At the same time, there's also a couple of tanks and Lokis and things like that that are outside trying to defend it. So I just wanted to make sure that we also secure the round, because not only are we rage baiting, but we're also trying to win the game. Now, round number 1 was officially over. This is what the halftime scores look like. So I was able to get him to go 4 and 8. Now, surprisingly, if you compare to the rest of the scoreboard, he was actually doing pretty good. The best on his team. Here, I was trying to go for her, but I noticed that he is now on Magneto. So, unfortunately, we're just not able to rage bait him anymore, because just tanks are almost impossible to eliminate when you are Spider-Man. So, we're now going to work our way and try to get someone else. In this case, I was going to go for the Loki. It felt like just another healer would make sense here. So, I got him, and then I also did the emote while his teammates were fighting and falling back. I just sort of was looking for any open opportunity to find someone, and they were all grouped up, so I can't really just focus one person. And I went all the way around. I realized that Banner, super easy to eliminate. I got him, and then I also hit the emote. Now, they are in a prime perfect position where they're at right here in the spawn. This is like my favorite spot because I'm able to pull them off the map. So I was thinking maybe I could actually rage bait Magneto just one more time, even though he's on tank. So that's what I did. I went to the pull spot and I was able to grab him and pull him off the map. So even now that he's on tank, he still has to deal with an annoying Spider-Man, and I felt like that would sort of trigger them even more. And also I have to hit that emote, so I got to a perfect position and hit that, and then I had to fall back because Loki spotted me. Wolverine was trying to dive our team or something like that. Ended up getting that easy elimination on him. At this point in the game, the enemy team is literally in shambles. They're all over the place. They're not really playing with each other. They're just staggering, coming out, getting eliminated. Their healers are also using the ults to try and give them some space. And in this case, I also noticed that Magneto was there and I have my ult. I was trying to get him low enough so I can use my ult and eliminate him, because I still wanted to irritate him in the back of my mind. But completely failed and I was eliminated. I at least ended up getting the invisible woman. I was thinking maybe I could probably go for a different healer or someone else, but in this case I wanted to try to fight off the point to secure the W, and Hulk ended up ulting. The team was taking over. He tried to push the healers. I pulled him back, and I just wanted to sort of delay until the team got back and was able to fight this off, right? And that's what I tried to do, but it was just a hectic battle here and there. I was able to eliminate Invisible Woman. I also hit an emo on her, and then at the same time it just wasn't quite enough because they were able to overwhelm our team here. There was a Punisher, wasn't doing that good, so I was like, okay, he could be a good elimination. And then I ended up getting him. Decided, you know what, now I'm gonna hold him in spawn and emo on him, because I haven't really done that on the DPS as much yet. So that's what I did. I pulled him towards me. I was able to hit him with a combo, and then I hit him with the emo, and I had all the time in the world. His team was long gone, so I won't have any sort of disruption. You'll see here from his POV, he was trying to stop me, but it just wasn't enough. I also had time to go and, I guess, help my team because they were actually delivering this thing at a very fast rate. So in the meantime, while I was doing that, he thought I was holding him in the spawn, and he's looking around, clearing every single corner, trying to check and make sure. And meanwhile, I'm eliminating his team and dancing on the point and trying to hold them back. Their tanks are the only ones there. Now I see him again, had to send him right back to the spawn with my solo ult, and then I also hit him with an emote, but they ended up shooting at me, so I was gonna get one shot, had to fall back. This was his POV. He actually even got to see the emote here for a couple of seconds, and then I waited for him again. Now he was just sitting in the spawn AFK. I don't think he saw me here, so he was just sitting there and waiting, and I believe maybe he saw that the Wolverine was in front of him. He was like, okay, I'm good to go. He's not, the Spider-Man's not targeting Wolverine. Maybe I have an opportunity, but it just, yeah, I waited for him, and then I ended up getting him. His Wolverine completely ignored him. You'll notice that the Wolverine just kept walking off, gave me a perfect opportunity to hit the emo. And from my POV right here, I was sort of peeking a little bit. I wasn't too into the battle because I was scared the Wolverine was gonna push me, but he just kept going and he left me, and it just made the Punisher even more mad, and he just sat in the spawn AFK until his team actually went and I guess captured the objective and changed the spawn location. I also went ahead and fell back and tried to help out my team, eliminating the healers, the Loki, even sort of emoting after every kill on them, just waiting for that Punisher to make his way back to the game because that was the new target for the half. And maybe I was successful with the Ragebait because I didn't see him for a while, so I just kept emoting on other players and I was able to get the Loki as well. And then he came back from behind, he started shooting at me, and I was like, oh, he is finally back. Let's go ahead and get him again. So I waited for this healer ult to go away, and once it did, I was back on him again. I also got my ult. The thing blocked me, so I wasn't able to do anything, so I came back down and ulted him, and then I also hit the emote right in front of the Loki. Now, he was not having a good time here after getting that elimination on him. He came out of the spawn. I tagged him, and as soon as I did, he ended up pulling his ult out. I wanted to make sure that he didn't kill anyone else with this ult, so I was just trying to delay him and buy as much time as possible, playing Ring Around the Rosie with him, just annoying him. I wanted to emo here so bad, but I felt like if I did, I would end up getting killed. But that's how the game ended. The other team was not very happy with the way that I was playing, and I asked them to rate my dance moves, and Mr. Candy was not happy with my dance moves at all, and he said, I hope you had your fun, and then he said that. So now we jump on into game number 2. I saved the best game for last, so as soon as I got into the lobby, someone said, Zoid, get out of here. No Ragebait today, please. So shout out to you guys, especially you if you were watching the video. Thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, that was like the first time I got recognized, and I don't even know how he recognized me. My name was hidden. But anyways, I went for the Phoenix. There was a Phoenix here, and I wanted to target them, and I was going to go straight to the spawn and sort of Ragebait them, and then I saw that the rocket ended up respawning them. Then I also realized, I was like, wait, that is the same guy who said, Zoid, get out of here. That's a viewer. I was like, why would I Ragebait a viewer? Let me go for someone else. So I went for the Loki instead. I was able to get the elimination on him. Now, I usually never Ragebait Loki because their utility is literally anti-dive. They have so much to counter me. But this game, I have a torch team up. I'll show you guys exactly how it's useful. But I waited for him in the spawn, and he came out. He also cloned. I tagged him a couple times. He snapped his fingers, teleported somewhere else. This guy was lagging as well. Like, he was, I don't know if he was matrixing Ultra Instinct, all my punches lag. I don't know what the heck was going on. I eliminated him, but I had to hit that emo on him. It didn't matter. After that emo, I had to just do it to him. But yeah, you'll notice here from his POV, this guy's teleporting, lagging all over the place. At some point, I didn't know if it was me. I don't know if it was him. It looked like it was him because he was also doing it in replay mode. But after I ended up getting that elimination, I did the emo and I waited for him yet again, and he came out, and then as soon as he did, I used the torch team up. You'll notice that it lights him up, so you can tell the difference between him and his clones. That's why I was not, you know, very mad about irritating or bugging a Loki, because it made it a lot easier for me. I also fell back for a heal. Looks like he was also going for a health pack, and then I caught him. I was able to eliminate him, and then I had to hit the emo also as well. And then after that, he also turned around and looked at the emo, so you can see from their POV how they react after they die. So after that, he went invisible. This is the strategy that sort of makes me stop going for Lokis. It's just them going invisible, so I can't see them anymore. Now, in this case, I'm listening very clearly. I hear his footsteps going down this hallway, so I follow it through. I'm just spam punching, throwing things, and I accidentally tagged him here. So this is where I realized, okay, I have my ult. It's solo ult time. I went ahead and used it. I didn't know if he was the one on the left or the one on the right, so I was just gonna eliminate both of them, and that's what I was able to do. After that, my team was able to capture the point, so his team was able to regroup. I still was going for him and was going to try to target him. He's using his lamps, using his abilities, and it didn't matter because that's just, I was going to make sure to waste all of it and get the elimination, and that's what I did. And then now he was sent all the way back to the spawn. He's completely far away from his team. This is the prime opportunity to where now I can actually eliminate him and then go for emotes. So I tagged him. That's the first thing that I did, just so I can actually see where he is if he teleports or uses a clone, and he went invisible. And you'll see here, I look pretty dumb, right? Punching everything in the air. I just wanted to hit him. and then I came back as soon as he came out, and then I was able to get a nice quick elimination on him. And as soon as I did that, I went straight towards his spawn. He was actually respawned because of the rocket beacon, and then I saw him. I tried to go for him again. I also went for the instant elimination. He put down the lamps, and I just had to destroy him. Now, he wasn't even really fighting back. He was more like retreating because his spawn was right there, so he was just gonna use the protection of his spawn instead of fighting and countering me. I also hit him with the tag and the uppercut, so you can see here he's glowing, and I know exactly which one he is, even though he's putting down these clones. And then I also hit the emo on him afterwards. This is his POV here. You'll see that after that elimination, he was not very happy. He said, okay, I'm just not gonna play that. And that made me laugh because I was like, yo, are we gonna rage bait this guy this early in the game? And then you'll see that he's in the spawn spamming lamps, and I'm like, is he gonna come out of the spawn, or is he just gonna sit here and throw? And I even asked him, I was like, yo, can you please come out? But little did I know, this guy is like, he used 1000 IQ plays on me. He went invisible, put down that clone, made it seem like he was the one there, and he made his way all the way to his team, and he was literally healing and helping them out. And I guess when he put the lamp down over there, it put it on the clone, and I'm sitting there thinking that's him, and I'm waiting the whole time. So he actually outplayed the hell out of me. But after that, I realized how dumb I was, and then I went towards him, and then I spotted him. I didn't even need to ult, and I got that elimination, and I sent him right back to the spawn. And I was a little bit more irritated because he was actually pretty smart with that, so I waited for him again. I tagged him, and I now have my ult, so I felt like this would be a good time to use my ult, but he disappeared and ran away. There was a Groot there, and I just had to patiently wait. So after that, he came out again, and he just kept going back to the spawn and would just hide behind his teammates, and that sort of just, I guess, delayed his death. It delayed the inevitable a little bit longer. He went invisible and got past me, but for some reason he came back, and I guess he wanted revenge. He wanted to tag me. You'll see from his POV here, he left. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go back and go for this Spider-Man, and I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna get some revenge. And then he started tagging me, and it was his worst mistake because I just instantly ulted him. And after that, he said, yeah, screw these wannabe streamers. He was not happy at all. And then someone on his team, or maybe it was my team, I don't even remember, he said, is low-key throwing? And then they said report, and I'm looking at the chat, and they said they actually left the game. And from his POV here, you'll actually see that he just closed his app completely and just got off. At this point, I was completely shocked because the first half wasn't even over yet, and this guy completely already left. Usually when we rage bait people, they'll probably play a half. They'll at least swap some of the characters and try different strategies before they fully give up, but I'm guessing his mental was already cooked. Maybe it was the lag that he was going through. I don't know exactly what was happening, but he ended up leaving the game. So now for the rest of this, we're pretty much just trying to get the goal and secure it and deliver it. And there's a couple of people there that we had to eliminate, and then we were able to get round number 1 fully completed. So this is what the halftime score looked like. So he left, he was 1-9, and then he was gone. Obviously, he didn't have the best performance. He didn't even really have a chance to heal his teammates, even though he was the healer. And then someone on their team said GG's. And then round number 2 started here, and it was just the same thing. He wasn't really there. The team was trying to push up, but obviously it's very hard to push when it's a 6v5 sort of situation going on. Now, because they were in the spawn, I tried to do another pull like I did in the last game. I ended up getting the Emma, but she was protected because of like the little wall right there, and it didn't fully get her all the way. I tried to eliminate the rocket as well. He ran back to the spawn and was able to get full healed. You also notice that the team, they're still playing, or most of them are, they're trying to push in, and that's what we're trying to do, just defend the objective. The Jeff ended up pretty much giving up, so he just stood still, and it seemed like he gave up. So now it was more of like a 4v6 situation because the other guy had lagged out. Now he's not really trying. The Strange, he's still confident that he could win this. I tried to cancel the portal, but they ended up making it and landing the portal, and they went through, but we just had to eliminate them. And then I was targeting the Strange, trying to get him. And then there was also Captain America running around. We tried to fight him. He ended up getting killed off. Black Panther came in. He was the next target as well. So just swung around, make sure to dodge his util and his ult. My teammates we ended up eliminating him. Now after that push, they realized that it really wasn't going to be possible to do a 4v6 sort of situation. So they did decide to surrender. And that is how the game ended. So he left off that 1 and 9. And that is pretty much all that I have for you guys here in this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know if you guys want me to continue the emoting after every elimination series.